What's good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clapitup LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here with the homie Big Swift, a.k.a. Southeast P, y'all. Yeah. He is a rapper out of Downey, the CEO of his own marijuana brand, Southeast P Pack. Make sure you tap in and see about that. He is one of the first artists to sign with Rosecrans Ave. Shout out Vic and shout out Cali. He was on Fox 11 News, y'all. That's right, Fox 11 News with a backwood in his ear telling y'all not to consume fake Xanax. You can catch his many freestyles on YouTube. Be sure to tap in to iTunes to catch his latest project, Still Addicted. Big Swift, how you doing today, bro?
Man, doing good, man. Nice to meet you. Nice to finally meet you.
Man, for real, bro, on the real. And first and foremost, y'all see the logo back there, Catch 22. You know what I'm saying? Catch 22 doing big stuff right now. Make sure y'all tap in and make sure y'all tap in on iTunes, just like that. Now, we got to talk about childhood. One of the things that you were conditioned as a child to do was rap.
Yeah. I feel like I always was on some shit like that. Just since I was a kid. Always listened to hip hop, always was, you feel me? Nigga always wanna be a rapper. You know, a lot of rappers be like, I ain't wanna do this shit. Like, you know, that's like the cool thing to say, like, I hate rap, this shit just fell in my lap, that shit. But nah, nigga always love this shit. Yeah. That's why I do it.
I feel that. Now, many of us have rapped along with a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Now, you spoke of rapping along with Mystical and DMX, and if you know, there are some very graphic rappers, rest in peace to the great DMX. But you said one of the things, you know, your pops didn't want you to curse. Yeah. So, how do you feel that benefited you in your rap career, learning how to use the wordplay in such a way?
Yeah, no, I mean, shit, I would hope it helped me a lot, but yeah, just making music in itself, like rapping the words, you're not using the cuss words, making up my own shit, just remembering lyrics, understanding cadences, appreciating cadences and shit like that, appreciating real flows, appreciating raps, you know, because it was just, at that time in hip hop, everybody had its own style.
Yeah, facts.
It's like you listen to shit and it was just, you could appreciate everybody's cadence for it. You know, some kids just listen to the song, you know, and then some kids listen to that motherfucker and was like, I want to rap just like this. You know?
Yeah, facts.
And I was just one of those kids that's just like rapping just like that. Knew all the lyrics on every radio station, you know, just every song, you know. Just the type of kid I was.
Nah, that's crazy because you know the first song that I ever remember was that song by Bow Wow. Bow Wow Wow.
I was gonna say,
that was the first song.
That song was fire.
that song was fire. So growing up, what was that song for you? Because we all got a song like that. What was that song for you specifically growing up that you was like, I gotta know every word to this song?
I mean, it sounds corny, but that's the first song I remember like that I really super liked. It was I got it on my cousin's Walkman. It was an Eazy-E CD, and it was Boys in the Hood. That was like the whole. It was this whole CD, but it was a bunch of songs mixed, you know, from his shit. Yeah. Eazy-E, so NWA. So yeah, that was Boys in the Hood. That was like the first shit.
That nigga said I had to remember me a Boys in the Hood song. When he took it back to the '90s though. But you know,
but that's like because it's like niggas. wasn't you know raised in the '90s or 90s. You know, I'm a young nigga, but it's just like. That shit wasn't that old at that time, and music was processed differently. You could listen to some shit 10 years, you know, it was still of its time to a certain extent. Yeah.
You know? No, that's a fact, and if you
music
know,
music gets processed in like 2 months now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But back then it was like you can listen to some shit from the, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's something that you would listen to back then that you can still listen today and it's still like as good as the first time?
Man, I still listen to shit like that all the time. Any DJ Quick. Fucking album, any sugar-free album, anything like that, you feel me? I was super West Coast, but super East Coast too, you feel me? So anything like early Mobb Deep, early like, I loved all that shit, you feel me? I was like a real hip-hop head, like coming up, you know, I loved the music of its time too, like 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, The Massacre.
Yeah, you can't forget about that.
You know? I just loved all this shit, you feel me? Lil Jon, Eastside Boy, Yin Yang Twins, when them niggas were whispering. Yeah. So all that shit was tight. All that shit was
on the real. Now, okay, at the age of 8 to 10 years old, my boy Big Swift picks up a voice recorder. He decides it's time to listen to myself rap. What made you pick up that voice recorder? And do you remember like seeing a voice recorder or actually thinking it out like, I'm gonna do this today?
Yeah, no, like, so it was at that time niggas could go on YouTube and look up instrumentals and shit. So I was looking up instrumentals and rapping it. And all my cousins were Mexican. So they couldn't, not that they couldn't rap, but them niggas just weren't rap, you know, wasn't trying to make music. Them niggas were on some other shit. They weren't trying to rap. So like I would write them raps. and I'd make them rap it, and I'd write rap.
Oh, so you was a ghostwriter?
Yeah, I was ghostwriting.
Okay.
Cousin, you know, I was just trying to make a band. I was just, one of the creative, a little nigga just trying to you feel me?
Damn, you said I was trying to make a band. Now, one of the things I used to do, I used to make drum sets out of pots and pans and do stuff like that because I felt so musically inclined. But, okay, now as a kid, before we get into my boy smoking weed at the age of 10 years old, we got to talk about just as a kid, what were some of the things that you were interested in outside of music? What were some of the things that you thought that you would be doing as an adult?
Shit. I always liked TV, so a nigga always watched hella TV. So a nigga was like, maybe I'll be like in a movie or something, or do TV shows or something. But it was always entertainment and shit like that. Nigga was like, I fucked with sports, but like my family, my pop side of the family was heavy in sports, but it just wasn't, I didn't like the authority, I didn't like niggas telling me what to do and all that, you feel me, all day, like, get up, stand up, niggas make you feel bad because you're not fast enough or something. It just wasn't like, I was like, this shit cool, but it's like, because I was a big guy, so I was built like for sports, but it just wasn't.
So you never jumped into any sports?
Yeah, no, I played all sports. I played soccer, football, basketball, baseball, until about 8th grade, 7th grade, you feel me? And then that's when you stop giving a fuck, you feel me? That's when
you figure out if you love it or not.
That's when you're able to tell your people, it's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to practice, or if we are, like, I'm gonna just walk out. I'm gonna go chill with the homies. I would leave practice. It was already at that time.
Yeah. Well, shit, you figured out.
I was being disobedient. Niggas was already on his path. You feel me?
I feel that. Now that's crazy that you say that. Now, picking up some weed at 10 years old, was that a scary moment for you? Do you remember that high?
Yeah, for sure. My heart was racing. I don't advise no kids to be smoking that.
Yeah, facts.
But but for sure when I was 10, shout out my cousin Rob, free him, you feel me? Free my cousin Robert. That nigga was like, he was ahead of his time, you feel me? He was 2 years older than me, so he was probably like 12, 13. But he was like light years ahead. Nigga might as well have been 21, you feel me? He already had girls and shit, and he was gang banging, you feel me? He was doing it for real. He was doing it, so him, it was his shit, he was just bringing me along there. We at the family party, we had my uncle's house, smoking, you feel me? He just was bringing me, and I remember feeling nervous as fuck, thinking everybody gonna see me, smell me, I was scared, but you later realize like everybody getting faded at this fucking party. Nobody know what's going on. So it's like at the time though, you 10, 11, you still figuring it out. So it's like, I remember. But free my cousin Rob. That was the first thing that smoked me up. Yeah,
that's crazy. Everybody got that story with their big cousin where they getting introduced. Like I remember I took my first sip of beer with one of my big cousins, and I thought that shit was the nastiest thing in the world, bro.
For sure. Yeah, my uncle used to sneak, one of my uncles, you feel me, Big Dave, he used to sneak me beers, little Dave, you feel me, they used to all sneak me beers, like, I think about it like, damn, I don't know if I'll be sneak my little nephew no beers. I see my little nephew, that nigga playing with shit toys and shit.
Today is a different time. People are a lot more sensitive now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, well, you're doing that, you're the worst person in the world. How dare you do that? You know what I'm saying?
My uncles and my big cousins were sneaking me beers and getting me high when I was a child.
Golly.
That's crazy. They watch my shit, they see them.
I mean, when you turned out to be a great dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I gotta ask you now. You have a certain confidence about yourself. You carry yourself a certain way, rather big or small. Where did you gain this confidence, and how do you possess it to be strong? Because a lot of people might have to deal with somebody talking about them in a negative way. But how do you stay confident in that?
As a big nigga, I feel like I always had like a certain confidence. Nothing too crazy, you feel me? Yeah. You gotta be humble too, For sure. That confidence is all cool, but if you stuck up and you fake bougie, that shit don't go nowhere. So you gotta have an era of like humbleness and like fuck with niggas. I feel like my problem for a long time was I didn't fuck with niggas as much as I could have. You feel me? I was very like fucked with everybody, but I was very to myself.
Why is that though?
To my section and to my niggas. Just because I felt like I'm from the Southeast, you feel me, and it's just like I gotta represent as much as I can from my area. But you get older and you realize a lot of shit's not even all that.
Don't even matter.
It's better about networking and being connection. So I feel like the level of confidence I had it's always just arose from shit you go through in life. You feel me? I always had to be confident, nigga. Niggas always talk shit about me. I always look different. Always was different. You feel me? Niggas didn't know if I was Mexican or black or Arab or whatever the fuck.
So you had to deal with kind of all those names.
since I was a little nigga. But niggas stopped calling me that because I was pretty big after a while. So it's like, we're
going to bigger than them, huh?
fight after a while, we're just going to get down. It stopped. It stopped. The names and all that stopped. But definitely the talking behind the back and I still deal with, you know, confidence and feeling like anxiety and dealing with people, you feel me? It's just a level of playerness, I think, you know, everybody hopes to get to a certain in their life, but you know, I'm still working on it. You know?
Well, I understand that because I think one thing people have to understand is it's a never-ending battle. You know, me myself, I struggle with confidence for the majority of my life until one day I was just like, I'm tired of this. I gotta know me. I gotta love me. You know what I'm saying? Always wanted to be somebody else, and always feeling like I wasn't enough. And the thing is, once I committed myself to the fact that I'm gonna grow my confidence, I learned it quickly. It's still a battle. Still gotta fight against it. You know what I'm saying?
I still, you feel me? I still get anxiety before shows, still deal with shit, but I'm a cool nigga, so I don't really be tripping on too much shit. Like niggas be tripping on shit more than me, and then I'll trip. You know? But like, I'm a cool nigga, you feel me? So I think that probably just rubs off on people. Some niggas are not cool niggas, you feel me? Some people are like high-strung. Just high-strung people. I'm not high-strung. I'll chill in the hood, I'll chill in wherever we need to be, I'll post up. It's no issue, you feel me?
I understand that. Now, as far as being anxious before a show or facing anxiety before a show, is that more so like the nervousness before you step on the stage, or is it just like everything going through your mind?
Once you're on stage, once you're on stage, once I'm doing something that I need to be doing, everything's blacked out. You know, everything is how it's supposed to be. You know, but beforehand, it's just the thoughts. You know, like what if this happened? What if that happened?
No, facts. I understand.
So it's just anxiety. I have that shit when I wake up in the morning. About driving, traffic, this, that. And I have that shit every day. You feel me?
Damn, I understand that.
It's just an everyday battle with that shit. You feel me?
I understand that because I mean, I too go through that, and I'll be just praying, you know what I'm saying, like trying to figure out how can we fix this. But it's a part of life, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people got to understand is that you have to fight through that. You feel me? You still got to wake up every day and commit yourself to what you want to do.
Wake up,
no matter,
hustle,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Honestly, get money, man. Get money. That should make a lot of shit make you feel better. It does. People try to not equivalate money to happiness because it's not that. But it's like growing your mind and having the availability and freedom to do things will make things a little easier on you. Will make things like you'll be able to understand things on a bigger. You won't be so worried just on the financial things. You'll start thinking about things on a bigger level. So get your paper right, and then you can get your mind right. You feel me?
I feel that.
And then, just try to get both them right at the same time.
That's right. Now, when you think about Big Swift, when you think about your daily process, what is it that completes you? What is it that makes you feel like everything is going to be okay?
Shit, I just get high every day. You feel me? Get high, call my people, talk to my shorties and shit, whoever I need to talk to, and just keep it going, man. Be thankful everything nigga has done in his life. You feel me? Nigga, you feel me? I could have been like shit could have been way different for me. So I'm just appreciative of everything I've ever done. You feel me?
I feel that.
You gotta be appreciative. You gotta be humble, nigga. Shit could be taken away from me, or shit could have just never happened for you, you know?
Facts. And a lot of that is decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like on me, like the fact that I'm able to even sit with you today was a decision that I made 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Deciding that I'm gonna do this and go all in on it. So, man, make them right decisions and be with the people that you need to be with. Now, one thing y'all gotta know about my guy is he is a professional freestyler. When I say professional freestyler, I don't care how many times he stumbles, he is going to keep going. Now, I mean, that's a particular skill that you have to have, because so many times you hear people get on the road like, yeah, I was outside really tripping, whoop-de-whoop, I tripped out, I forgot. But you keep going in the midst of that. So where did you learn how to continue to go through your stumbles when you freestyle?
Shit, I've always been freestyle. I was like my shit when I was young. I was like a freestyle nigga. I used to freestyle battle people, and I was like, my whole thing. So freestyling to me is just keep it going, keep rapping, keep thinking and shit, just keep the flow going. You feel me? It was just always some shit like that. And then even majority of my songs, I ain't never wrote down songs. I write a lot of songs, but like the songs you guys have probably heard, like the songs you probably heard, all freestyle. Still did that all freestyle.
Also, he's Jay-Z out here, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm free versing. I'm more Lil Wayne style, free versing, you feel me?
Okay, free versing. So that's what it's called, free versing.
People, nigga, you can name it however you want. I just be, you feel me? But I've been in my writing bag lately because I love both, you know? Love writing songs, but a lot of freestyle, that's natural what I do, you feel me? That's like, I feel like it's just a part of rap. You feel me?
Feel you.
You don't got to freestyle. You feel me? Writing, having a pen game, having a hook game, having a melody game is just times 10 more essential than know how to freestyle. But I feel like, just, I come, it's a different era, like when I've been rapping since I was fucking 10, like you said, 10, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 when I first started like making music in studios and shit. So it's like, that's 10 years ago.
That's crazy. So is there a difference between punching in and just going in there freestyling? Or what would be the difference in between those two? Because you probably could write and then punch in, or you could just freestyle, punch in.
There's always some level of freestyle. Even if I write, there's some level of punching in and freestyling and melodizing and hearing it and being caught in the motion. I always try to like have a lot of emotion in my records. So whatever I'm saying, I'm trying to like feel that bitch. I'm trying to have you feel that bitch.
That's right.
So it's like, really, that's where like the freestyle is really beneficial to me. And the nigga used to be high as fuck off perks, sipping lean, and be in the studio all day. So niggas just be trying to rap. Yo, look, I got you. Put the beat on.
Did you feel like that was beneficial at that point in time?
For a little bit, but not. After a while, it starts getting repetitious. You gotta be innovative with music. You can't sleep on that shit, because the more you sleep on the shit, the more niggas gonna sleep on you. You feel me?
That's a fact.
You could have some shit booming and your shit cracking, but that shit gets a little too repetitive, and it never goes bigger than what it should be. Niggas not gonna hear it. So like,
that was a bar. He said the more you sleep on it, the more they sleep on you.
Yeah,
that's a bar right there. You know what I'm saying? He just be saying stuff. It just be bars coming here. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta jump into these bars because as a very young man, he freestyling this stuff, and he say stuff like, okay, he got a freestyle where he in class. It's 2011. He in class. He freestyling. Look like he got to sneak the freestyle. The teacher look at him like he crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still, he is out here doing it.
This nigga like the Nardwar of LA, nigga.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro.
Too much info.
Now, when one of the bars was sipping on syrup, and I'm not talking maple. You know what I'm saying? Like, he talking about sipping syrup, but it's not maple syrup, not the kind that go on your pancakes. Talking about the real syrup out here, the people really doing it in. You know what I'm saying? Then he talk about, he said, I've been smoking grapes since 8th grade. I've been catching fades like a barber. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of y'all coming up with that off the top of the dome? I don't know. He say these bitches follow every word.
Like 14.
But still, that's pretty advanced, bro, for you to just come off the top of the dome with that. But I attest that to the fact that you kept going. You know what I'm saying? That you developed this muscle, so to speak, I would say. It's like a muscle. Freestyling is a muscle. Once you learn how to really do it, bro, it just gets bigger and better and stronger. Then he say these bitches follow every word like it's a tweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a clever ass bar. Because I was thinking about that. I just got heavy on Twitter, like, man, this nigga just really said to follow everywhere. That's some crazy shit.
I was early on Twitter days. It was 2011. So think about the Twitter times by 2011. Man. Twitter wasn't even popping back then.
It was something regular. But these bars right here, when you freestyle, what are some of the things that you think about before you freestyle? You know what I'm saying? Are you just thinking about the
audience? Okay. Like whoever I'm freestyling in front of. Yeah. Probably what's going to impress them. Like what bars are gonna impress them the most? You feel me? I got as a rap nigga, you should have just bars loaded up. So it's like whatever shit's probably gonna impress them. The beat, like where I'm at. If I'm like in somebody's head, if I'm like I'm probably gonna give it up. Like you feel me? It's just depending on the type of shit like that. That's really what I think about freestyle. Other than that, just do me.
What's your favorite beat to freestyle? If you had one beat that you could pick from the top of the head. Too many of them.
I'm not, honestly, God, I ain't freestyling. So, like, other than being in the studio and making music, the homies don't be asking me to freestyle no more. It'd be like,
you already solidified, though.
Yeah, like, I don't be like, if a nigga ask me to freestyle, I'll be like, what? Like,
nigga,
like, what? For real, but like, shit,
you know who I am?
Not even like that, no, man.
Okay.
That was just shit like, damn, like, nigga ain't freestyle like that in a while. But nigga really used to, that was my whole shit. So you bringing it up so much, it's like, damn, like, a nigga really used to
You used to really get in like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because you can go on YouTube and find those freestyle. I mean, vintage. Yeah. You see Big Swift.
The homies used to be on me, like, freestyle.
Yeah, because I see it on multiple channels.
It's not my channel. These are all just the homies in high school that was just like, I'm trying to record you, but put this shit on YouTube.
And the crazy part is you can see Big Swift get older and older. You can see him get more mature and more mature. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that people may not know is Big Swift introduced Rosecrans Vic in Cali. Now y'all know the legendary things Rosecrans Avenue was doing and what's going on with them. And I swear, they seem like peanut butter and jelly to me. I thought they was born together, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna even cap, but no, okay, for sure that. And shout out to Rosecrans Vic and Cali. Now, what was it like, you know what I'm saying, because you first started working with Cali, what was it like just coming together with those guys and understanding that they should work together?
Yeah, they were two different people. They really, what it is, they both believed in me. Like Cali, they're like real young. When I met them when I was both in high school, my senior year, I met them niggas, like separate accounts. Like Cali had hit me up on Twitter, like in the DMs, like, yo, I'm a manager, this, that, and third, I'm trying to manage you, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't have no axe at the time, so. Mm-hmm. But Cali, funny thing about Cali went to Downey High and shit. So I remember when I was a freshman, he was a senior, he was managing rappers already.
Oh,
there was
wow.
already a rap group at the school, and he was managing them.
He was managing
and
them?
I was a freshman though. So
Yeah.
I used to just peep game and like, you feel me? Like, oh, who the rappers in the city? You feel me?
Yeah.
They weren't, not saying they weren't shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
So like, you know, those are like.
It was a different time.
It's totally different. So like, so that's how I already knew of him before he like, cause I had like a record that was like, going up on SoundCloud at the time in high school, you feel me, in the city. So like, I had a couple people tapping in with me. So he had tapped in with me and I was just like, cool. So at first, I wasn't feeling the whole manager thing with me and Cali. I was on some shit like, fuck it, cause like, he like, you got a car? Like, pick me up, nigga. Like, I need a ride somewhere. Like, he was basically just like a Uber for me. Like,
that's
at first,
crazy.
Nigga used to just pick me up. I used to ditch school. He used to come pick me up. I used to jump in his car, be like, bounce, nigga. He used to be like, are you supposed to be leaving right now? Like, don't even trip, nigga. Let's go pull up. You know, like I used to just chill. He used to smoke me out with weed. He used to have so much weed. We smoked like 30 blunts.
Oh my
He was just
gosh.
like, he was just a cool. Like he was just like me and him just like click. Like he was just like my big homie. You know, he just like became that big homie to me, like a big bro, real fast. And then he just had a lot of faith in me, and nobody was fucking with him. You know, this nigga I think he worked at T-Mobile at the time. So he had just stopped working with DJ Ski, and he was like an intern, and he kind of got fucked over, and he didn't have no footing and shit, especially in the rap shit. And I didn't have no footing. I was just a nigga that had a couple 10,000 plays on SoundCloud. You know, I wasn't shit either. So it was just like,
shout out to Amy Janelle for that song.
Shout out to Homegirl.
You.
Facts. So it was really just like that, you know. But it was just a connection of him just believing in me, and then Vic just trying to start the Rosecrans Ave. He was doing this shit at LBCC College, community college. It was just like a radio show or something. Like, and
this is Vic with the slick back too, y'all.
Slick back.
You know, now he got the fresh
Pink
fade
Dolphin,
with the beard.
like he was not that like. That's these are really like my big brothers. That's why I look at them like that. So it was Vic hit me up and he had me freestyle for him and he interviewed me, and you know, it's like I think he maybe had one interview under his belt at the time, and it was just very early, like nobody knew really, you know. And I felt like just bringing them together was just gonna help my career, you feel me? And it did, you know what I'm saying? And it helped their careers, and now to see what Rosecrans Ave and everything we've done since the inception of it, 2014, 2015.
Man, that's crazy, bro, because that's like a Kobe and Shaq. You know what I'm saying? The way that Cali is considered the Swiss Army knife of this LA music scene. I read that somewhere. And man, if you know Rosecrans Vic, I've been hearing about Rosecrans Vic since before I got introduced or even interested in doing these interviews. And man, I got to give a shout out to both of those guys.
Those guys made me a rapper. I mean, I wasn't a rapper before that. I was just a bad kid.
I was just a bad kid.
The niggas, Cali always gave me a spot to chill. The niggas always took care of me. The niggas always been big bros to me. So like the music shit, it just made sense for them to be my managers, and just made sense. Now it's just like, now they're just like my friends, like my best friends, and niggas I tap in with. You feel me? I got like probably like 7 good homies. You feel me? 8 homies, and they part of it.
Well, that's all that you need in life. People be thinking you need 50 niggas. No.
I fuck with a lot of niggas.
A lot of people.
I got a lot of homies and shit. Not saying it like that, but I'm saying like day to days, people that I like, consult with about like issues. My peoples, you feel me? So shout out to them, appreciate them.
Facts. Shout out to Rosecrans Avenue doing big things. Now, I got to ask you, when you look back at how far that you all have came, how amazed of you are of the growth that you've seen or the things that has been accomplished.
It's not enough, man.
I feel that. Okay, hungry.
Niggas, if anything was like, niggas get like burst of like cool shit happening, but it's not a life of cool shit.
For sure.
Niggas gotta put in so much more work to get a life of cool shit, and that's all we talk about. It's not
moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward, because this shit is, you're only as hot as the last shit you put out.
For sure.
So that shit don't mean shit out here.
Yeah. And it seems like nowadays people are dwindle off a little bit faster. Like, you know, you could be up here from a project you dropped last year, but it's starting to come down now. Like, when you gonna drop again?
Someone else is hot.
Yep.
So that's shit how that shit goes. And just seeing the inner workings of that, because of my management actually being like a part of like the LA rap scene, other than just being my management. Because most rappers, management is just their managers, you know, and they just support them, but my people support everybody. So I feel like I've seen the growth of everybody in LA, and it's always been dope to see, you know, from the birth inception. Lit, you feel me? Everybody's done.
No, I feel that, man. I got to give a shout out to Cypress Marino, Chris Munoz, because they brung me around. You know what I'm saying? I interviewed Cypress back in April, and Chris Munoz hit me up.
Cypress
for
a good dude, you feel me?
Yeah, for real.
Always came to see me, so he's a good dude.
Yeah, bro, Cypress doing big things,
Yeah, that nigga famous and shit.
He's a nigga famous on the real, but you know, them bringing me around opened up a new door. And shout out to Giggles Irene. The minute I met her, I started picking her brain. Giggles, I need to know this, I need to know that. Boy, she talked to me for about 2 hours.
That's good. That's like everybody, you know, is just people that I feel like that I've seen grow and help my career. You feel me? Giggle Irene with every interview, and everything. Like, even if it didn't equivalent to anything bigger, it was just the presence and the opportunity and the making my songs look bigger than they are, making my shit bigger than it is. Just having such a good promo team and having good like relationships with people I actually fuck with. Right. Through just being so close with Vic and Cali, because like these are their like people they work with, and I'm just like the main artist that's there. So it's like these niggas, like, you know, Giggles Irene used to come and be in the car trapping with us. You feel me? She'd be in the car, like, obviously not trapping, but like she'd be with us. She'd be taking care of business, whatever, you know. And it's like, you know, she's like a real factor in LA. In
Facts.
Shit, and that's tight. You feel me? Just to see where she's going, you know? Because that was years ago, you know. See where she's going.
Yeah, I actually had the pleasure to interview her, like, for I would say it's like her first official interview. She said she did another one in San Diego, but I don't know what happened to it. But man, shout out to the homegirl, man. She got a lot going on. Make sure you tap into Giggles Irene Radio, because man, she's a very special woman in this industry. Now we got to talk about the High School Hustler mixtape, and we got to get further into A Fiend for You with Amy Janelle that you said pretty much blew up. Now, dropping the High School Hustler mixtape, what made you actually comfortable with that name, High School Hustler?
That's exactly what I was. Like, niggas now, like, that's you know. Nigga was hustling in high school, like always hustling since I was a kid, middle school, high school. So like that's just what it was. And basically that tape was just like a collection of the last, like my junior and senior year making records. Man. And I just put it together and burnt CDs and sold them and put shit on SoundCloud, and that was it. Like,
you was really out there getting it though, to put the CD together and.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a concept, artwork. I did my own artworks. You feel me? Like. Made the picture collages. This was like, you know, this is young time, you feel me? Young nigga time, you feel me? Like, so yeah, that's how Vic and Cali first heard of me, through that tape.
And that's dope, because to be that creative, to want to take charge, to do that. Now, when the song A Fiend for You with Amy Janelle dropped and it blew up the way that it was blowing up, do you remember how you were feeling at that point in time?
Yeah, I was just trying to fuck girls, man. I didn't have, I mean, I had a couple of bitches, like, not like that, but I had, like, you know, I was just trying to, you know, high school, you feel me? Just trying to go to the parties, and I was, like, performing at high school parties at times. So do
you remember your first performance in a high school party?
Yeah, it was a quinceanera. Okay. My first performance was a quinceanera. Shout out to homegirl Valerie. Yeah. I performed, and it was like her whole family there with cowboy hats on and cowboy boots.
And you performed something totally different than
I performed some weird stuff, singing rap shit. And niggas like, it was that was my first performance, was at a quinceanera. I'm a Southeast baby, so that's just how it is.
That's just what it is, though. We understand that. Now, growing up, we all go through a series of events, and these things could either make us or break us. And one of the things that happened to you was you would end up getting stabbed in the cheek at 17 years old. You said, well, you said you didn't feel it, but your mom noticed it. And that's when you went to the hospital and everything like that. Now, at that point in time, you felt that it was a time for a transition. What type of transition did you feel that you needed to make at that point in time? And why did it take something like that to happen to make you understand it was time to do something different?
You know what's crazy? I thought I transitioned, but really that shit just made me worse. Oh, okay. Now that I could think back, now that I could, you know, really give my reflection, you know, some years from that time, that shit just made me worse. I was a lot sweeter of a nigga before that shit happened. When that shit happened, that shit made me like way more hard and way more like the aggressor on situations. Cause I always blame myself for getting stabbed because of the whole situation, like yada yada what happened. I didn't press the line far enough first. Because if I would have, I probably maybe wouldn't have got stabbed, or maybe I would have seen the knife, or it just would have been different. The fact I felt hesitant in my heart and I was scared, which that shit hardened me and made me not ever feel that. I still don't feel that way about no nigga, about no situation, you feel me? Which could get you fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that shit just made me harden. That shit just toughened me up.
Do you feel like it was beneficial for the long run?
Probably not. I don't think it's beneficial to get stabbed.
I'm just saying, like, just the way that you make you think, yeah.
Nah, you don't, no. No, it wasn't. If I had like a son, if I had to choose his life path, I wouldn't want him to go through that shit. Yeah. Cause that shit just fucks you up. You start like, cause niggas, I was around niggas when I got stabbed, so they didn't do nothing, you feel me? So it was like, boom.
You went through that shit by yourself?
Yeah, like boom, like basically like fuck these niggas, now I got like trust issues with some of my friends, and I got, to worry about this, and it's just like, nah.
Well, one thing it did help you understand is that it's you for you.
Yeah.
Every man for themselves.
What it did do is kind of created like a little legend in the school, because then I dropped my mixtape, so it's like, oh shit.
Those niggas stabbed at the
tree. And so I guess it did create like a little cool buzz like that. I can't cap. You feel me? Later, I was in high school. I'm a grown man now, so like it's different, but.
Well, I think like kind of around that time, everybody was kind of looking for that 50 Cent story. Oh, this nigga got shot 9 times. He went through, you know what I'm saying?
So like that shit happened. Shit just toughened nigga up. Made me a little bit more of an asshole. I don't really just stop taking shit. Stop being hesitant. If I felt like someone was tripping on site, immediately we pressing that line.
Well, you gotta protect yourself.
I don't care what you got. I don't care. Like I'm
trying to protect me.
I'm ahead of the time. I'm trying to protect me more to the point where I don't mind like hurting you. You feel me? Like deeper than probably what it should be taken, because I don't want to get myself. I don't ever want to be that defenseless. You feel me? So it was a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
But
no, I feel that.
But yeah, like hindsight, 2020, shit. Made me tougher, made me recognize a lot, and like shit, just you a young nigga, don't be out past 2 o'clock,
Yeah, man, go home.
Go home, man. Don't be fucking around, man. Don't be getting high, don't be drunk, don't be walking around, don't be trying to press issues, don't have the homie, don't be around some niggas that are reckless, you feel me? But I shout out all the homies. Shout out the homie that was there, that did squabble with me that night and all that. Shout out everybody, That was a crazy time.
Yeah, no, facts, man, but just make sure you protect yourself.
Sure.
Now, we got to talk about this weight loss journey. My boy was as heavy as 340 pounds, and as y'all can see, he does not look like that anymore. Right. One of the things you said you struggled with was no discipline. You said you had a lot of bad habits, and it was just the mental strength, which I can relate to, because I've been overweight, no discipline, wanting to eat. However, I didn't necessarily get into the drugs, but like I'll eat a whole, you know how the Oreos come with about 24 cookies. I'll eat a whole 24 cookies in one setting, a whole pizza in one setting, and then be telling myself I shouldn't have did that afterwards. But and then one of the things, you had to go through the hospital visits. You said you had high cholesterol, the gun case, like it was a whole lot going on. Yeah. Now for you to decide that, like when you decide, for you to, in the midst of that chaos, I would say, decide that I'm going to do better and I'm going to come out better and I'm going to come out on top of this a better version of myself. Yeah. How difficult was that battle for you? Because weight loss, I think people think it's a straight path. Like I'm just going to lose this weight, it's going to fall off. They don't think about one day I'm 240, the next day I'm 250. I got to go even harder now. You know what I'm saying? So okay, let's just talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because people got to understand this weight loss shit is really up and down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So how many discouraging moments did you have with your weight loss journey to where you could have gave up, but you was like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm
gonna fucking mind up. Not really none. Cause this is really what happened. It was like I started having stomach issues because I was like doing the hella Molly and I was hella off the perks and shit and sipping hella lean. So like when you all off on drugs, you feel me, your stomach starts hardening up. So nigga's stomach was hardening up and I had high cholesterol, high blood pressure. So I was going to the doctors and niggas was telling me like, nigga, you sick, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, but I'm over here like doing Molly, and so like about a month, 2 months of just partying. I was like in and out of Vegas, like just having, crazy good time, you feel me? It's 2020, Southeast P just dropped good times, you feel me? So I'm really wilding out and I lost like 20 pounds. but not from eating healthy or not from doing nothing, just from like literally not eating because I was doing more drugs than I was eating. You feel me? Yeah. So I lost like 25 pounds just being a fucking wild boy. You feel me? Yeah. And being, you know, fucking around, and then so like that's really how I started seeing myself lose weight. And I was like, oh shit, all right, maybe like. And then when I caught my case or whatever, and all this other shit started happening, I was just like, let me just see if I could quit everything. You feel me? And like you said, just like better myself. You feel me? Because I felt like if I didn't, I was just gonna fall into a crazier circle. Like, that's right. Like fucking 500 pounds, 400 pounds. I was only 60, 50 pounds away from that. You know? So I'm like, damn, maybe I, you know, slip into that. So as soon as I made the decision, at first like I know myself, so I basically just eliminated everything I felt like would be bad. So I stopped eating meat, I stopped eating chicken. Not because they bad for you, but just because I love hamburgers and I love fried chicken.
That's a tough one, my boy. So like, that's a tough one.
It's just I cut out all that. I haven't ate meat or chicken in like almost 2 years, a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a pescatarian.
Wow. So wait. The cravings, did you have the cravings for it?
Nah, like, bro, I'm telling you.
You
like,
cut it off.
Because I stopped sipping lean, and I stopped sipping, and like, those cravings were even crazier. Those are real cravings, you feel me? So I cut all that shit. Once it was just like, nah, it wasn't hard to lose weight, because once you start seeing yourself lose weight, I was 40 pounds down, and I was like, damn.
I can keep going.
50 pounds. Yeah. Damn, man, I'm 300 pounds, I'm 290, I'm 280 now. Like, that shit just started dropping, bro, and just started adding, working out to it. It's just, nah.
So what would you eat in substitution for meat?
Pescatarian.
I don't know.
Pescatarian is basically like anything, fish, anything from the water, you feel me? Yeah, anything like that. Like, nigga. Okay, so that's not so bad. I eat shrimp every day. I eat shrimp every day.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Me? I eat fish every day. Yeah. I eat fucking salads. Yeah.
See, and if you tried to go back to chicken one time, you probably get sick,
I eat French fries.
Yeah. So you can't do no barbecue?
I could put barbecue on salmon.
Barbecue salmon. Ooh, no more hot links for him. Ooh, that's tough. I love the hot links, boy.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Once I started losing the weight, you just start losing that shit.
Start feeling better, and it does something for your mental. So what did you feel like it did for you mentally, and what did you feel, because I heard Rosecrans speak on the fact that it made you sound better, things like that. So personally, what did you feel like it started to do for you and your process of things?
Of music or what?
Just in life in general.
The shit just was cool. Like, nigga just started being able to rock fly clothes and shit. Like, feel me? Just I always saw myself as a cool fly nigga. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was never really like it was some shit where it was like, okay, I'd be insecure about some things because, you know, life, you're insecure about some things. But it's like, most of the time, I thought I was a pretty cool nigga, you feel me, as a big guy. So as soon as I was able to drop the pounds and put the clothes that I wanted to put on and be around and like kind of like have the freedom of getting about the car, my ass crack not showing. Just little shit. It's just little shit with me.
I feel that.
There's a lot of like little shit with me. Like, you feel me? Like,
no, because that's one thing
being in the car, not having to be the nigga in the front seat because you like everybody's like, damn, bro, it's in the front seat. Big
one
nigga.
Of my most embarrassing.
It's just like a lot of shit. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, you know, just big nigga shit. You feel me?
One of my most embarrassing moments was not being able to get the roller coaster thing to close on me,
that
bro.
Shit happens. I mean, I stopped rolling. I stopped going up. You got niggas gotta understand, man. I was like 40 outside, almost 50 jeans, bro. Like, nigga was almost 3-4X. You feel me? So I was a big guy. You feel me?
You made it out though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And so it's like once you lose that weight, you don't want to ever get back there.
Yeah, facts.
So it's if you ever, honest to God, if you ever lose that weight and you get back that fat, man, you crazy, bro.
Man, this shit is crazy. Don't do it, but the one thing you got to understand is you can lose the weight. It is very possible.
Oh yeah.
I had my boy, the H from the Vallejo. He was 600 pounds.
Damn,
and
he was
he was a big dude. Yeah, shout out, bro. He was a big dude. But he had lost what is he at, like 240 or something? He lost 240 pounds already, good, something like that. Good, bro's been on this thing. But let's talk about 2017. You said one day you was doing shrooms with Cali and it made you think about doing auto-tune. Yeah. Now, what exactly about it? First of all, I'm afraid I probably won't ever do it. But what exactly about the shrooms made you like think like that? What zone did it take you to?
Man, the shroom trip was crazy. That whole trip was crazy. It just opened my eyes a lot. It made me just basically do the things I already wanted to do. So I already liked a lot of auto-tune shit, 2017, 2015, 2014. I was like, the music I was listening to wasn't the music I was making, basically. Like, the music I was fucking making was like super lyrical hip hop, almost type, you know, bars, like, you know, trap shit. I don't know, like, you know, just shit. It was tight, but it wasn't what I was listening to. I was like slapping Cardi and Uzi, and like I was just listening to other shit. So I was like, I think I need to fuck around with this auto-tune shit and like really figure out what I want to listen to, because just making music for other people at this point it's not a big enough audience for me to be living off of. It's not making me happy enough, you know. So the Shroom just opened my eyes to just want to make something to make me happy. You feel me? And that was basically what it was, and to make it short form, because it was a long ass trip. It was 10 hours. You have to Shroom for 10 hours.
10 hours.
I never done Shrooms either. You know, Cali a true white boy, so like that nigga, he got, you feel me?
Wow.
I fuck with Shrooms now though, like.
Yeah, 10-hour trip. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm cool. I wouldn't do that.
So we went to the woods. Went to the beach. Yeah, we was high.
Well, I'm saying, you was high for 10 hours or the trip? And okay.
I was high on the trip for 10 hours. Like,
wow. Yeah, that's crazy. See, I've never known that about shrooms, but I heard Mike Tyson talk about this stuff.
Nah, it's real.
Like
it just opened my eyes to like the way life goes and comes back. It's like I just had like a real eye opening. Like I need to do what I need to do.
That's right.
You feel me? And I don't give a fuck if people don't like my auto-tune. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, that's right, because it's what you want to do.
And at the end of the day. Years later, it's like I have like, you know, I feel like my sound is like my auto-tune is different. You feel me? I sound different. Like you know, some people might not like it. You know, some people might hear my voice and be like, that shit's weak. I don't want to hear this nigga's weak. But some people might hear my shit and be like, that shit is hard.
Yeah, you can't please everybody.
I don't want to. That's what that kind of opened my eyes. Yeah. I feel like I was really trying to with the rap shit. I'm trying to be Kendrick Lamar or some shit. And I was like, man, I don't even want to be Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
I don't even want to be here. Like, Kendrick Lamar, you know, I love that music. You know, it's like the ghost. That's the shit I listened to growing up. But it's like, man, like.
Well, did T-Pain have any effect on that?
I love T-Pain music, so for sure. The GOAT, you feel me?
Man, T-Pain, boy, I can take you in the beach house. That right there. That's something else.
Bro, you know
what I'm saying? Right, T-Pain is the GOAT to that, man. Now, 2018, my boy is on Fox 11 News, and he's telling y'all, do not take fake Xanax. With the backwood in your ear. Why did you have to have a backwood in your ear, man?
I was a faded ass nigga. Shit.
How was it finding out like Fox 11 News wanted to speak to you?
It was cool. Like, it was weird. Like, so they had reached out to Vic to get to me. They were like, oh, do you know Big Swift? This is like, Vic was already managing me, but it wasn't like everybody knew Vic was managing me, you know, everybody's still on the early grind. So like, he's like, yo, Fox 11 just reached out for you. And I'm like, for me? Are you sure?
They're like, what?
Because they had just did the Shoreline shit. And Shoreline denied it, you know, denied it. You remember? They were like, Shoreline denies to talk to them. And I was just like, fuck it, I'll talk to them. They want to talk to me. Fuck it, I'll talk to them niggas.
That's publicity, man.
Fuck it. And it was weird because they came and they like interviewed me about my life, and then they chopped it up like a motherfucker and made it crazy. Like the clip is like, don't do fake Zen, but it was just like that wasn't the whole thing. That was some Fox 11 shit. I understand why niggas don't decline doing Fox 11 because
it was like that.
I mean, because it was just like I mean, don't do fake Zen, but nigga, I'm not no PSA nigga for that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'm not the guy.
I don't know. But I was just known for selling Xanax, and I had like a mixtape I had just dropped called Xanax Rap, and I dropped it, and I was just known for that shit. You feel me? And they were like, oh, we want to interview some rapper, drug dealers that know about Xanax.
How did you feel seeing yourself on the news after that? Like, wow.
That's tight. You feel me? Show my parents. Feel me? Like, oh, hey, go watch the news. I'm on the news. You know? It was cool. Like, it was tight.
It's crazy. Yeah, shit.
And it just inspired like me and Vic and Cali. We were just like, damn, Swift, keep going. Like, you know, like,
made you a little star for a second.
That's what I'm saying. There's always been bursts of cool shit, but it's just like it got to be a lifelong of like, you know.
That's right. That's right. I understand that. That's, you know, he's making a point to help you understand that you got moments, right? But man, that moment is a moment. It's only a moment, bro. You got to create the next moment, and that's only going to come through your grind. Now, 2018 was a busy year for you. You had 5 shows, including one at Echoplex with Fred Blaze, and you would also have a radio song premiere on Dash Radio Elevator. Now, what was it like at the 5 shows? You know, do you remember how those 5 shows went? Where were they?
Damn. 2018, I've done so many shows. I really don't know, but I remember that era was like, I was bringing Fred Blaze out with me. Like we'd come out, we'd do shows. That's my nigga. Like like that was back when everybody was just still like everybody was still young niggas to a certain extent. You feel me? Niggas was just young niggas. So like, yeah, that era was different. Nobody was on in LA, like in the music shit. Like niggas, everybody knew each other and the shit, but nobody was like on, like you know, other than the couple people that were on. You feel me? But the people I was doing those shows with around that time, nah. So it was just a different time in LA music, 2017, 2018. Yeah.
And how were you feeling about the elevator radio song premiere on Dash Radio?
Was it the elevator shit? Was it dropped on the elevator? That music video? That was a big deal for me because it was like, damn, we're on elevator. Like this shit got 10,000 views, 15. It got just a bunch of thousand views. So that shit was a big deal. That was through Vic and through the homie Hef, who's like an A&R at like I forgot what label or whatever. He's still good people. It's still my good people. He's always looked out for my career, always showed love. So like, just building those real connections with people that always showed love and looked out and fucked with my music. You feel me? Those were big moments in my career. Those are the shits that made me keep going because I was going through a lot in my life right there. That made me feel like not going with the music.
Made you feel like giving up,
Yeah. So
but you always get that confirmation.
Yeah, those were good moments right there. Those back-to-back shows or those shows or whatever. Early shows with all these early rappers. You know, that was when niggas was doing shows, Shoreline. This is an early time when nobody was doing nothing, but Vic was the only nigga giving us shows and the only nigga that was doing shit for us, you know, writing blogs about us and writing excerpts and shit like. So that was that era. That was a good era.
Yeah, that was a dope era. I mean, you know, you were surrounded by, like Nipsey Hussle said, a room full of hustlers' energy. You know, everybody out here going for something. Everybody out here getting bigger and doing what they got to do now. 2019, you were at Riz Fest. You spoke about DJ Meechie spinning your record in Connecticut. Now, when you first heard about basically like your music going around the nation, not just local, but going around the nation, what did that do for you, and how was that moment for you? Because we talk about these moments. So how was that for you, knowing that people out here are listening to me now?
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, shit, like the fact that shout out my boy Ramp, and
shout out
my boy Ramp and Craigie. I did a record with Craigie and I put him on 2019. I put him on my mixtape, Still Serving. It's called Come Through. That record did well, and like you said, DJ Meechie over there started spinning it, and they booked me for a show out there. So a nigga went out there and performed. It was just different. Like, yeah, that was some shit where it's like, man, like.
Was that your first time like traveling somewhere?
For sure.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like, man, I was like, damn, like niggas want me to rap out here. Like, cool. Like, damn. Like, okay, cool. So like, that was a crazy moment. Yeah, we went out there. Me, Cali, Vic, Marcos, I think Sal too. And then we went to New York first. Then we had that show. Yeah, that was like the first year I ever did anything. I went to South by Southwest that year, went to A3C. That was like basically the introduction, like boom, getting my feet wet, like I just dropped my first real mixtape, Still Serving. And like had the Bravo feature, shout out my name, Bravo, and kind of just was going up from there, you know, kind of just was making sense.
That's the way it go. You know, you got to make sure you trust the process and keep doing what you got to do. Now, April 2020, you were partner with No Cap and in order to put out your Southeast P pack. Now, what was that like for you? Like, when did you decide that you wanted to start your own brand of marijuana and this was something that you was gonna do?
I mean, shit, I'm gonna lay down real game. That shit was just like, I was dropping a mixtape, Southeast P, and I'd always followed Young LB and like Runs, and I'd always follow them because way before even Runs even started, like I'd always seen Young LB shit. I was just admired his hustle and shit. So when I was doing the Southeast P, I was dropping my mixtape, I was like, I want to drop just a weed bag, like fuck it, a giveaway, just to create buzz for the.
Yeah, and I saw those giveaways. It
was just to create buzz. It wasn't like I was trying to start a weed business. Like I had already ran 2 delivery services. Prior to that, when I was 18 and 19, I was running like 2 to 3 delivery services in Santa Fe Springs and Downey and shit. So I was already hustling, but I hadn't put like. It was called Swift Deliveries, but I hadn't made bags for it. Yeah, I had my own delivery service and shit. So I was already running. So it just kind of made sense. Like I was like, fuck it, let me just put my face on these bags right now and do it as a promo run for the tape, sell it, and just give it out. And then it went viral. Like shit went on my Instagram. Shit got like fucking 20,000 some, 50, like 5,000 comments. That shit just went crazy viral. So I kind of didn't have no choice but to make an actual business out that shit, you know?
Damn,
and like kind of really like figure it out and like, you know, because a lot of niggas wanted it.
Yeah, that's hard, bro. And I really like the creativity you put into the bags. You know what I'm saying? Or even like the.
It was just the early time. Niggas weren't doing it at that time.
Yeah.
It just was the early time. I was like, in LA, it was like no other rap nigga, like especially at my like level, was doing anything like that. You know. And
one of the things that Burner, if you know Burner, Burner the cookies, one of the things he said was the packaging is the thing. You know what I'm saying? If your packaging ain't on point, don't nobody want it.
Yeah, and I seen that because I was running a delivery service. Yeah. So we had caps and cans. When I was a teenager, I couldn't even buy blunts, nigga, and I was running a whole ass service and shit. That shit used to be like crazy. I used to be like, so I seen like the weed game, and I knew how it was gonna transpire to bags and real shit, but I was just like just to see how it like was gonna work out, but. So how I put my face on it, it was just like, it was really just promo. It really wasn't, I wasn't trying to make no weed business.
Yeah. No, that was some good stuff, though.
And then it cracked off, and that shit started, niggas wanted it, and made a bunch of money at first, and kind of just ran it up. And now I don't work with no cap no more. I work with my other people, do Ocean Grown and some other people, so it's like, but yeah, like. And
Ocean Grown is with Cali, right? Cause that's
that's you know, it's basically Ocean Grown. That's his management group. That's just like, you know, it's like his stamp on shit. You know. So yeah, we worked through someone else, through another company, another marijuana brand.
Okay.
But before, we were working through them. Yeah, it just kind of like, the motherfucker just created itself, you know? Like the brand, the exposure, people wanted it, like it just created itself.
Yeah, that's the way it go. Once you start something, it's gonna carry you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you don't have to do too much.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, and then I just kept it going, and then, you know, it's been about a year and a half of having the company.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's been cool, man.
That's good.
Trying to grow it, make it into way bigger things, do more collabs, do tight shit. You know?
So what's the process in picking the particular strain that you want?
I mean, I have, that's the thing about it. It's the Southeast P pack, you know, it's a special pack. You know?
Okay, it's a special pack then,
It's a gas every time, and it's a certain level, it's a certain, but like if you smoke it, you'll know exactly what it is.
That's right.
You're not gonna smoke and be like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's different from the last time, you know? It's its own recipe.
That's right. It's its own recipe. So make sure you tap in for that. Now, 2020, you would do your first tour drive for Rosecrans Avenue. Now, what made you want to do a toy drive? And it seems like that's something that really makes you happy. So, what is the joy that you get from doing this?
I mean, toy drives. I did like all that shit. Like, you know, clothing drive. My first year was a clothing drive.
Okay.
And all that shit don't take a lot. It don't take a lot. Like, all you have to do is really you want to help the community, and like you put your foot out there and you ask for help, and people, you know, people come. People like donating. People like charitable shit. So it's like you just got to be that guy to do it, and like structure it, and have like, you know, I've always fucked with giving back to the community.
That's right.
I always like, you know, and I work a lot with my church, like my family church that I grew up in. You feel me? So like they're out in Compton. So like I always work with them, and then we just try to do as much as we can for the community, man. It's just regular. Like, that's some shit you should, even if you wasn't a rapper, you should be trying to help.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit don't got nothing to do with like. So like now that I have like, okay, Rosecrans, we could do a little exposure. Okay, that we could help my church. Okay, I got a little money now to help, and we could put some money into some shit, buy some toys. Just regular shit. Just, you know, trying to make it do way bigger shit, way doper shit for the community and shit. That's just some shit that's like, I feel like it's just, you gotta do.
Yeah, you should do. Yeah, for sure.
As a man, that shit don't got nothing to do with you.
It ain't too hard, like you said. Now, the Still Addicted project, you said after taking a year off battling physical and mental health, being an addict is something that's in me. But let's talk about like, what are some of the things that you would say that are good addictions that you have now today?
Oh, I love working out. I love getting drunk at restaurants with my bitch, you feel me? I still addicted to bad shit, man. Yeah. I don't think you ever lose that. Keep it gang with niggas. You feel me? I can sit here and preach like, nigga done changed his whole life, you feel me? But if I relapse tomorrow, it is what it is, you feel me? I'm still me.
Yeah. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
No. And I think you just get better at that shit, you know? Get better at realizing how you're not perfect. Feel me? So, shit, I'm addicted to a lot of good shit, man. I feel like just eating healthy, working out, feel me? Just the regular cool shit. Cause I've always been a cool nigga. Like, it was never like I had demons, like I wanted to hurt people all day and weird shit. Like, nigga was always a cool nigga, player nigga. So it was like, really just had to get my mind right focus. Yeah, niggas be focusing on bullshit a lot of the time. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shit that's not important.
Right. That's the truth.
That's more or less what I'm more addicted to, is like working and getting like shit that's like not that important, not out the way. You feel me? Like getting shit that we niggas need to get done first. You know, that's like dope. Feel me?
That's the truth right there. Now I gotta ask you, Big Swift, when you think about your life and everything you've been through and where you are today, what is it that you clap it up for, that you were specifically like, man, I made it through that?
Shit, man, I've been blessed, but I mean, I feel like I made it through a lot of shit, man. Well, so rephrase the question for me. Tell me again. What is
it that you clap it up for? Clap It Up is the brand. So I ask everybody, what is it that they clap it up for? And the purpose of it, what are you proud of? You know, what have you been through? What can you give yourself that round of applause for?
Shit, I'm proud of myself just being the man I am, man. Not being in jail, man. Not being a, you feel me? Having a little money in my pocket, you feel me? If I die today, you feel me? We ain't gotta do no GoFundMe.
That's right. That's right, y'all. So it's your boy, J.Brock, right here with Big Swift. We just chop big game. Please make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let's get that word out there.
Really like the Nardwar, like that shit. Like he talking about shit in high school and talking about shit like this guy's different.
Hey,
this
man,
guy's different, man. Work ethic crazy. You feel me? He doing this shit off the camp, bro. Like I'm sure. You feel me? Next couple years, niggas gonna.
It's gonna be
going crazy.
Man, hey man, you know what? I've been trying to keep this head straight. I know somebody gonna notice, but whatever. You know, we just chopped that good game, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in for the Southeast P-Pack. Make sure y'all tap in to his latest project, Still Addicted, y'all. And y'all know it's only more big things coming. Once again, it's your boy J.Brock. Clap It Up LA. You know what I'm saying?